Welcome to Chapter 2, Fundamentals of Lean Process Improvement. In this chapter, you're going to see several PowerPoints as well as several links. The links here will give you some insight into the tools of Lean. That means the things that you can do in order to improve a process. And the PowerPoint presentations start with continuous improvement. Continuous improvement is the key idea really for lean process improvement, and that is that it is a process that can be improved, and once you make improvements, you need to take a look at it periodically to see if more improvement can happen. Basically, even if you have a good process, the people might change, the technology might change, and there are still ways that you could improve. So always think of things as never absolutely perfect. It always is something that we can improve on. A Kaizen event, that is planning out your putting out your plan to the people involved. So you send out an invitation to your team. The team comes to the event. You roll it out. You tell them what your goal is, what it is that you plan to do, what tool you plan to use. You investigate. You take action, and then it's basically again the plan, do, check, act. Plan, do, we check, and then we take action. Now this is a process map, and one of the links I'm going to provide for you is actually how to create a process map. And process maps are very, very good in most business and industry. The value stream map is more complex because we're actually going to be timing things, and that would be mostly for trying to, it would be in manufacturing where you're putting together a product, and it's more assembly line, helpful with assembly line. So when we look at a process map, we're going to look at whether each of these steps is required or not, or if it's needed. And we call that looking at possible waste. We want to eliminate waste. We want to look to see if each of these steps adds value to the customer from the customer's perspective. If it doesn't add value, is it truly necessary? Like, do you need it for safety? Is it required? So if you don't need it for safety, you don't need it for regulation, the customers don't think it's important, then why do it? Let me give you an example. Now I have a cell phone, and my cell phone does many things that I will never use, but I'm paying for that. I'm paying for the development of that technology and it being put into my phone. I really don't want to. I really don't want to pay for that. And when you put out a product, are you truly putting out a product that people want, or are you giving them bells and whistles they don't need and they're paying for that? And so all of that goes into taking a look at whether this piece of the process is there for the customer, or whether it's not there for the customer, whether they want it or not, and they don't want to pay for it. So that serves as my introduction. I'm going to go back now to just do an overview for you. So you started off by watching the video. These are the objectives of the chapter. I'd like you to watch each of these videos. You will be happy you did, because it will provide the insight that you need to understand the chapter. The PowerPoints are good. They have some examples for you. And then go ahead and do the discussion questions after you've read the chapter, and go on to the 15-point quiz. Okay, that's it for the introduction to Chapter 2.